Hey, shalom, shalom. Alright. Shalom, shalom. About to start a new lesson. And, pray this be edifying. Let me share the live out real quick. Alright. Facing the east. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, it's your brother Yabram Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Those are the names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right. And 1 second. Give me 1 second as I try to adjust this. Matter of fact, I'm just turn it around. All right. It's kind of tripping. There we go. That's better. Okay. This lesson will be entitled Money Moves Them. Money moves them. All right. So, first and foremost, man, the true names of the Father. The true name of the Father is Yahweh. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh means he is, he exists. Yah means he, Hawa means to exist, or just simply to be. So he is, he exists. Right? Yahweh Shai means he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. And then Kadash means a spirit holy. Right? A spirit that's set apart. Okay? We give the brothers and sisters about 2 minutes to get up in here, then we'll begin the lesson. That's perfect right there. Who helped you? Help you do what? I don't even know what you're talking about. Hey, that's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. So Kal Halam La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Alright. You know. That's the Most High. Learn the Bible. Shoot. That's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. That's the Father. That's the Son. We constantly learning the Bible. Constantly. I'm still learning. I think we always gonna be learning. You know? While we in this flesh, we always gonna be constantly learning the scriptures. Alright? So hey, we'll begin the lesson, man. Alright. We'll begin the lesson. Now, this lesson is entitled Money Moves Them. And I just came across IUIC, right? And I'm just play it, man, because I can't even put words to it. But we gonna put a couple scriptures to it. So here you go.
Our leaders put 100K donation on the ISUPK, and we'll think about making you a leader. You understand? We'll think about it. Put 100K. All right. We'll think about it. All right. We'll go from there. So they said, well. Somebody said, I'm mixed. I'm done. I'm down. Now it depends what your father is. So I said, well, Israel or the others. Look, it ain't about neither one of them is right. The black man is right. Somebody said, you negotiate with the devil then. Yeah, we negotiating. Buddy, to your right is the king, Burger King or something. I don't know. So he said, that's pesos, not dollar. Nah, we ain't talking about no pesos. Even if you got pesos, put 100,000 pesos on the ISUPK website donation. Go to ISUPK.com. Put 100,000 pesos and we'll talk. And we'll think about making you an honorary member, a leader too. We'll make you the leader, the king. We'll put the crown on your head and send you in a spaceship into space. You understand? We'll go ahead and give you a whole country and make you the king of the country and give you a crown and a throne with a big castle all around it with a whole bunch of horses too. We're gonna give you a whole bunch of horses.
I like how you said King Burger King. Hey, you should pick the king right. You should pick a king.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect you for that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on that. I don't know.
Kings.
You think you clowning, but you really ain't.
So he said, can't trust people with glasses indoors. Okay, that's trivial. You can't trust people with glasses indoors, but you trust the president there with his CIA agents. They got sunglasses on
all the time. You trust them.
But you trust them. Come on, man, shut up.
Do I have to say more? Right? Do I have to say more? Hey, Shalawam to the brother Abaniah. Let's get that. Proverbs 23 and 23. And it reads, buy the truth and sell it not. All right? Also, wisdom and instruction and understanding. So, how do you buy the truth? You buy it with your time. You buy it with effort, with sacrifice. Right? Studying, being studious. So, a statement like, give me 100K and I'll make you a leader of the ISUPK. That is crazy, brother. What is going on over there, man? I got questions, to be honest. Seriously. This is what's being taught by the so-called leader of the Israelites. He calls himself General Yohana. They raised him up. Y'all the home of the truth, right? But this is what's being taught. 100K, 100 US dollars, or 100 pesos. Okay? What you mean comparing yourself to agents? What that mean? I don't rephrase that because I don't understand. But I'm gonna play this the beginning again. Wait, guys, yeah.
If you want to become one of our leaders, put 100K donation on the ISUPK.
So money moves them. You can buy your way into the truth in the terms of currency. This is what they're saying. All you have to do is donate 100K, right? Is that what Yahweh Shah said? No. Let's see what Yahweh Shah said. All right, this is Matthew, the 19th chapter, starting at verse 23. Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of power. When his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, Who then can be saved? But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, With men this is impossible, with power all things are possible. Okay? Oh, okay, the things about shades. Yeah, he was comparing himself. Okay, I got you. Comparing himself to Secret Service agents. Yeah, and that's what they do because they're on that level. They move with the government. They're 501(c)(3) chartered. They're set up and situated to be, they're provocateur agents. And that's clear as day. If you can't realize that, right, then you blinded, right? And Yahushua, whatever, you shouldn't be laughing at anything because you don't even got the proper name of the Father or the Son. Okay? So you're laughing, but you need to actually pull the twig up out of your eye. When the letter U was created in the 1400s. All right? So you should be laughing at yourself. You should be correcting yourself, fixing yourself, checking your flaws, checking your understandings. All right? Let's go back to it.
And we'll think about making you a leader. You understand? We'll think about it. If you want to become one of our leaders, put 100K donation on the ISUPK. And we'll think about making you a leader.
So this got me thinking, what did General Yohana do to be the leader? How much money did he donate? Right? Did he buy his way to the top? Since it's such a, a rank and file, the way that he's doing it, to be over these men. What was done? What did he partake in? You have to ask yourself these questions. If the way to the ranks of these men is through money, right? The way to be in there, did Yahweh Shah tell us that we have to pay to be in the truth? No. Right? Let's actually go to the book of Matthew, man. Okay? Let's go to Matthew, the 5th chapter. Let's go to the Beatitudes. Once again, Yahweh Shah talking. Verse 2. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see power. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of power. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Your reward is not now. You got to understand that. You're not going to be living in luxury. You're not going to have $1 million, $100,000, shit, even $10,000. You're not even going to have that. Okay? We are meek. We are poor. All right? We are low. We are humble. Can I get that for you? Micah 3:11. And it reads, The heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire. and the prophets thereof divine for money, yet will they lean unto Yahweh and say, is not Yahweh among us? None evil can come upon us. So that's more so filthy lucre's sake. You're coming for money, you're coming for fame, you're coming for a price. You're not asking, as who said this, JFK, don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. You gotta ask. You're not asking what can you do for the nation of Israel, but you're asking what the nation of Israel can do for you. This is why you got guys making merchandise. This is why you got guys selling Hebrew prayers, selling Hebrew names, telling you to buy your way into the truth. Their mindset is not right, man. Their understanding is not right. They made the Father's house merchandise. Exactly. They are selling salvation. You know? All right? They are selling salvation. Now, the star, brother, we don't wear the star due to a little bit of controversy about it. But the elders used to wear the star and used to deal with the star. Okay? And some brothers use it because it represents a lily, which is the Father's favorite flower. All right? But we personally, Great Millstone, we don't really mess with it. All right? But ultimately, their mindset and their spirit is off. All right? And they constantly show that through their characteristics, through their morals, through their values. They value money. They have chosen mammon over Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right? Let's get that. Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for neither he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve power and mammon. They don't go hand in hand. They don't line up with one another. All right? You got to make a decision. Are you gonna serve the world, or are you gonna serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah? All right? I want to go to John, the 15th chapter, and start at verse 18. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you not of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Okay? So what you're going to be is Kadash. That's what the Holy Spirit is. You're going to be separated. You're going to be set apart. You're going to have a different type of spirit, a different type of mindset, a different type of understanding. I said in a live earlier I did today, we are going to be looked at as cold individuals. They'll look at us like, somebody, the Charlie Sheen incident. We look at it as judgment. They looking at it as, somebody assassinated him. But we look at it as judgment. All right? As a psyops as well. Is it even real? It's a lot of fishy it's a lot of fishy things going on about it. All right? But if it is real, we look at it as judgment. When somebody gets unalived, we look at it as judgment. Now, to the world, that's a cold perspective. Well, you wouldn't want that to happen to you or your family. If Yahweh judges me in that type of way, then I must have deserved it, man. You understand? So all I can do is work out my salvation with fear and trembling and pray to be protected, right? And do what I'm supposed to do. Make my call into the election sure. Verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake. And that's the name of Yahweh Shai. Because they know not him that sent me. Because they don't know Yahweh the Father. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. IUIC or ISUPK or GOCC or Sakari or HOI, whoever you want to mention, right? That's teaching an off-brand doctrine an incorrect doctrine, Yahweh Shai would be beating their ass. Okay? He would take a cord and beat them. They would be the ones in the temple. Because what are you doing? I'm going to play it for brothers and sisters that just came in.
Put 100K donation on the ISUPK, and we'll think about making you a leader. You understand? We'll think about it. Put 100K. All right? We'll think about it. All right, we'll go from there. So he said, well. Somebody said, I'm mixed. I'm done. I'm down. Now, it depends what your father is. So he said, well, Israel or the others. Look, it ain't about neither one of them is right. The black man is right. Somebody said, you negotiate with the devil then. Yeah, we negotiated.
That's a whole nother point. It's many points to hit in this video that he says. I just let the man talk. I could have got more. You understand? It's about the black man. Nobody's black. What about your fellow Issachar brother? Your fellow Mexican? Your fellow Native American brother? Your fellow Gadite? Your fellow Reubenite? Right? What about your fellow Haitian? Your fellow Trinidadian? Right? But it's just about Judah, though. It's just about the black man, I guess. Are you teaching properly, bro? Are you telling people that, hey, it's actually so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Or are you just saying it's just about the black man? Exactly. That's another point, bro. He said, yeah, we negotiate with the devil. What are you talking about, bro? Hold up. Let's run that back.
Right, is the king Burger King or something?
Because I got to make sure. I got to make sure I heard that correctly. My ears, man. My ears might be a little off. You know, in the military, I served around jets. So it was a lot of loud noises. You know, I got hearing problems. But let's see if I heard that correctly.
Well, Israel or the others. Look, it ain't about neither one of them is right. The black man is right. Somebody said you negotiate with the devil then. Yeah, we negotiating. But
yeah, we negotiating. So you're negotiating with the devil. Yeah, Esau, Edom. Okay, Kakama, even if he is talking about Esau, Edom, we ain't negotiating with this damn devil. So regardless, and then you got to understand when you say what you say, I love how Elder Apostle Gabar teaches, because he teaches where the lesson can be understood for everybody that's brand new coming in. You know, you got to break it down. Okay. Now, yeah, we may know in the truth that he's talking about Esau, Edom, but still to that nature. Why are you negotiating with Esau, Edom? What do we have to negotiate? Right? It's not no negotiations. I say this all the time. Yahweh Shai is not coming down making no peace treaties with anybody. You are denying the power that he's coming in, thinking he's going to be making negotiations. This ain't going to be no negotiations, bro. All right. Let's go to, matter of fact, let's go to Revelations, the 19th chapter. And let's get that. This is Revelations 19 and 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Is it negotiation? I'm looking for negotiation. Is it negotiation in there? Okay? Is it negotiation in there? He do judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head was many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. That's talking about his power, his authority. His name is his name, his presence, his status. No man knew. All right? Meaning also, because we understand that he's going to take all the crowns off of the heads of these so-called kings. So his authority and his presence will be of that. Guess what? Nobody ever had that power before. Even when Nebuchadnezzar ruled the world, he didn't have that power. Okay? Even when Darius the Mede took over Babylon and ruled, his empire was big, but it wasn't the power of the entire planet. The Greeks didn't rule the entire planet. Romans didn't rule the entire planet. with an iron, an iron rod. Yahweh Shai is going to rule the entire planet. All right? The entire, nobody's ever been in that position except Yahweh Shai as Adam. That's why he asked the Father to restore him to that former glory, which he used to have when he named all the animals, when he ruled from the garden before he was kicked out. Right? So that name or that authority, that power, that belongs to Yahweh Shai. Okay? Keeping it going. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Power. Once again, what is that talking about? That's talking about much war, much destruction. Okay? It's not talking about him actually having blood on his garment. No. But his actions, meaning using that horse, and I got to charge this phone, but using that white horse, which is that great chariot, bigger than the size of the earth, okay? He will use that great chariot and go forth and destroy these armies on this planet. All right? So therefore his vesture will be dipped in blood. All right? It's much blood on his hands. When we say it's blood on your hands because you taught wrong, is it actual blood on your hands? No. But it's a spiritual sense of blood on your hands because you taught incorrectly. You get what we saying? So this is what it's talking about. It's allegoric. Okay? It's going to be blood on Yahweh Shai's garment, meaning he's going to bring much destruction. Verse 14. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. That's talking about the Elohim. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of Almighty. Now we will have the ability to partake in that because of what? Because we will be given those bodies, those everlasting bodies, and be turned from fishers into hunters, being able to tread, to thresh. To thresh means to tread upon, to trample on, all right? To tear to pieces, to rip to part. That's the type of power that we will be given under our King Yahweh Shai. All right? And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of Almighty power. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Okay, now let's go back to these idiots.
You see, you're right. It's a King, Burger King or something. I don't know. So we said that's pesos, not dollar. Nah, we ain't talking about no pesos. Even if you got pesos, put 100,000 pesos on the ISUPK website donation. Go to ISUPK.com. Put 100,000 pesos and we'll talk. And we'll think about making you an honorary member, a leader too. We'll make you the leader, the king. We'll put the crown on your head.
We'll make you the leader, the king. We'll make you the king. Who has the power to make someone a king? You don't got that, dude. Whatever your name is, ISUPK Indiana. All right, you goofies. Y'all don't got that power. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Y'all don't got that power. Y'all bring blame to the truth, man. That's all y'all do. All right, and take them damn sunglasses off, man. Fuck is wrong with you wearing sunglasses inside? Because you don't want nobody to see in your eyes. Because you're evil. You're full of evilness. You don't want nobody to see you. All right? Keeping it going, man. Y'all negotiate with Satan. You allow people to give you money to get on your good side. And you're talking about making somebody a king. You know, as far as I'm concerned, this lesson is done, man. All right? Because these guys is getting on my damn nerves. They wicked as hell. They deserve to be destroyed. And we can't wait for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to destroy these idiots. Now, I'm gonna get a couple more scriptures and I'm going to wrap it up.
And send you in a spaceship into space. You understand? We'll go ahead and give you a whole country and make you the king of the country and give you a crown and a throne with a big castle all around it with a whole bunch of horses too. We're gonna give you a bunch of horses.
I like how you said King Burger King. Hey, you should pick the king right. You should pick a king.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect you for that. You know what I mean? So I ain't tripping on that. I don't know.
Kings.
You think you clowning, but you really ain't.
So he said, can't trust people with glasses indoors. Okay, that's trivial. You can't trust people with glasses indoors, but you trust the president there with his CIA agents. They got sunglasses on
All the time. You trust them.
But you trust them. Come on, man, shut up.
Everybody sees it. Okay? Everybody sees it. Everybody see these individuals for who they are. You know? Even if I didn't say nothing about
They got
the
trivial.
Really ain't.
let me see, you said Theodore comment. Let me find it. Even if we didn't say nothing about the oh, I see that. Even if we didn't say nothing about the sunglasses, somebody out there saw it. Individuals is like, yo, why are you wearing sunglasses inside? That's weird. That's strange. The brother said, Theodore's comment, he said, my group is going to get rid of your hatred. Okay, let's see what Theodore looks like, man. Oh, snap. Woo! Beautiful, right? And you know what we got bubbling right now in America? Race war, civil war, purge. All right, you have two individuals getting, HUNG within an hour from each other, and you think it's not connected, and they calling it suicide. It's not suicide, bro. Get up out of here, man. All right, these are strategic, tactical actions, man. Things that are done to incite riot. We know how they want to move. Now, Jake, that's gonna move in a carnal sense, is gonna move in that carnal sense, and they gonna bring it down on Esau, and Esau gonna bring it back down on them. You gonna have an all-out war, and we understand that, man. 2/3 is gonna be going back and forth. They gonna be fighting with Esau, and they might take some Edomites with them, but Esau gonna take a lot of them with them. Okay, and at the end of the day, it's gonna pan out that Jake is gonna get their ass kicked. Fighting in a carnal means. Okay? You fighting with your little pew-pew that you got from down the street at the local gun store. That ain't gonna work out, brother. Alright? Matter of fact, the brother, let me see, the brother Matazaba had posted a good video. Let me see if I can find it. Cause you Jakes gotta wake up, man. Get out of that mindset of trying to carnally fight back. That's not what it's about. All right? You got to wake up and actually trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Here you go. This Jake right here, man. Actually speaking some wisdom.
Bro, I seen some motherfuckers talking about some Chicago YNs versus the National Guard. Shorty, let me just tell you, bro, as a nigga that's from and born in Chicago, gang, no the fuck. Hell no. Lead the National Guard where the fuck they at, shorty. I ain't gonna tell you. I don't give a damn how many homies you got. I don't give a fuck how many switches you got, how many extended clips you got, how many Dracos you got, how many Gen 5s. I don't give a fuck what you got, shorty. When I tell you that National Guard coming and they setting shit off, boy, they gonna hit you with some shit you didn't even know fucking existed, bro. Don't let these weak ass niggas that your ass opping with make you think that your ass really ready. Them motherfuckers official like tissue. They wake up, kill. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they eat, sleep, clean their guns, bro. They got guns and shit that you ain't even know what's invented, bro. Hell no. The National Guard, bro, Chicago niggas, YNs or grown ends, it don't matter, bro. We ain't fucking with them, G. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And don't include me in that shit, cause I ain't going to help. If anything, I'm waving a white motherfucking flag, cause it's gonna be a motherfucking slaughterhouse. Niggas think that, bro, motherfuckers ain't even trained. You think because your ass sag your motherfucking pants, you go out and just tote that bitch, your ass ready to kill motherfuckers who do this shit on a regular? Fuck no. National Guard folk, as a Chicago nigga gang, stay where the fuck you at. We was just playing, shorty. No bullshit. Bro, I seen some
we was just playing, shorty. Oh, man. So, hey, you ain't got to say much more than that, man. Okay? Now, we not saying that Jake ain't going to take some of them with him. Yeah, Jake is going to get some bodies. All right? This is what you call war. This is what you call, You're going to have casualties on both sides. But ultimately, it's going to be more casualties amongst the 2/3 than it is amongst Esau. Right? And why am I not including the 1/3? Because we ain't going to be fighting. We ain't dumb. What we going to be doing? Ezekiel 3rd chapter. Right? Going in our house, shutting the door, shutting our mouth. We done. Amos 8 and 11. Right? We're done. We're shutting the fuck up. That's what y'all want us to do, right? Well, guess what? You're going to get your wish. Us, the Hebrew Israelites, we will shut the fuck up. You know that? We're going to shut the fuck up. And guess what? You're going to wish we didn't. You're going to wander from sea to sea and wish that we were still speaking. You're going to wish that the brothers were still going on the corners. You're going to wish that we was constantly still on TikTok, Rumba, Clapper, YouTube, whatever it be. You're going to wish. I had a brother, dude, I can't call him a brother, but a dude, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he's like, man, why you always going live, bro? Damn, you always live. And that day, you're going to wish I was live. Trust and believe me. But I'm not going to be there. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to close the door on you. All you're going to see is DEATH. Blood, gore, screaming, graping. Your wife might get took. Your kids might get took. You trying to fight back. You helpless. This is what we talking about, man. And you was mad at us for cussing. You was mad at us for always preaching and bringing out the scriptures. That's crazy. That's insanity, man. Come on now. Wake up, Jake. Do you know what time you in? Okay? So, hey, that's been the conclusion. Oh, matter of fact, I get one more. Because they said they negotiate with the devil. So let's go get that. John 8:44. John 8:44. Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right? So, these individuals, you said you're negotiating with the devil. You're just like your father, Satan, man. Let's play it one more time.
Neither one of them is right. The black man is right. Somebody said you negotiate with the devil then. Yeah, we negotiated. But to your right is the king, Burger King or so, I don't know. So he said that's pesos, not dollar. Nah, we ain't talking about no pesos. Even if you got pesos, put 100,000 pesos on the ISUPK website donation. Go to ISUPK.com. Put 100,000 pesos and we'll talk. And we'll think about making you an honorary member, a leader too. We'll make you the leader, the king. We'll put the crown on your head and send you in a spaceship into space. You understand? We'll go ahead and give you a whole country and make you the king of the country and give you a crown and a throne with a big castle.
Last time I checked, these little niggas ain't got no power to get nobody a country. Okay? These guys are trying to build up a room in a burning house, a burning building. All right? Y'all don't have the power to do any of that. You're not sovereign. You don't have no authority. You're not superior. All right? Yeah, we are superior in mind, in spirit, and in strength and all of that. But the fact remains that our strength is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai has not arrived yet. So we have to wait. We are what? POWs, man. If you know what that means. Prisoners of war. Okay? For a reason. Because our Father placed us here. Understand that. POW is an abbreviation for prisoner of war, an individual captured during armed conflict. Okay? That's where we are. We are in armed conflict. What will ultimately happen? ICBM missiles will be released. Okay? The sword will be used. This is armed conflict. People will lose their life. This is armed conflict. Right? Just because you can walk to the store now and you can buy your little oatmeal raisin cake. You can buy your little Hostess cake, whatever. You know, you can get your little Fanta, whatever you drinking to kill yourself with. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit is at the convenience store. It's not convenient. Okay? It's a convenient death. Right? Just because you can go down there now and get all that stuff and nobody unalives you, that doesn't mean it's going to be like that next week, buddy boy. That don't mean it's going to be like that next month. You understand? So, boom. Just like that, at the drop of a dime, it's all going to change. I bet the atmosphere in Mississippi right now is you could cut it with a knife. You got 2 individuals being hung within a matter of 24 hours, within an hour of each other. You can cut that with a knife. I remember you had an individual get hung out here 30 minutes from me. They hung his ass in front of the courthouse in the city that's right over. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. And then they hung somebody about an hour away. And I believe it was Victorville. You could cut it with a knife. All right? This stuff is planned, man. Okay? So keep that in mind. Yahweh Shai coming like a thief in the night. Okay? The enemy is going to come down like a flood. Just ASAP. Before you know it, you're going to walk outside. There's troops everywhere. Why would the enemy tell you, hey, we gonna come and raid your house next week, next Friday at about 8 o'clock a.m.? Why would they tell you that? What? Do you know the element of surprise? Matter of fact, let's get that. And when I'm going live again, Yahweh Ratazah be tomorrow. Okay? I think we need to talk about warfare. You know? The element of surprise refers to gaining an advantage by acting unexpectedly, which can disrupt plans, capture attention, and enhance memory. It is a key tactic in military operations, literature, and public speaking, where it functions to create narrative interest, control tempo, and create powerful shifts in focus and memory retention. All right, now we are referring to military tactics, military operations, the element of surprise, catching you off guard. All right? What did Yahweh Shai say? We constantly saying that. What did Yahweh Shai say? Let's go. What did he tell us? This is Matthew 13 and 14. But when ye shall see the abominations of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains. Okay, now that was speaking about 70 AD, around that time period. But we understand that, hey, it's going to have to be a time period for us to be as pilgrims on the earth, to move from place to place. That will very well happen. Okay? So, hey, get ready for it. We will be given in advance. And who is we? I'm talking about the hopeful elect that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is dealing with. Haven't we always been given in advance? We didn't take the jabby jab. We was given in advance. I wasn't even in the truth at that time. But something in my spirit, hey, don't take that shit. Right? Off rip. I wasn't even in the truth. Now, I knew about the MOTB because I read conspiracy theories, right? Heavy in that line. So I knew about Rothschilds, Rockefellers, et cetera, and I never trusted the government, right? So, but that's what? That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay? Giving me an advance warning before he opened my mind to the scriptures fully, you know? So, even if we wasn't in it, he was still dealing with us because he got us to this point and he woke us up. So he was dealing with us the entire time in our wickedness. Wasn't he dealing with Abraham in his wickedness and he brought him in? Wasn't he dealing with Paul in his wickedness when he was Saul and he turned him into Paul? Right? Wasn't he dealing with all the apostles before they came into this truth? You got to think about that. He's always been with us. It's never been a time when he wasn't with us, but it was just an appointed time for him to wake us up. Perfect. A man's ways is of Yahweh. Exactly. So he was always with us, even if you thought and you didn't know him. Oh man, let's get it. What is that? Isaiah 45. And it reads, I am Yahweh and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girdle thee, though thou hast not known me. Although you ain't know him, he knew you. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am Yahweh and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. So when you was doing that wickedness, when you was in the world, it's times, bro, it's so many times I almost unalive, bro. I'm talking about drinking and driving, right? Got pulled over. Somehow the cop let me go. All these type of times, bro, where I should have been out of here. I should have been locked up. That's nothing but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, bro. You got to understand that. I understand it now. You know, back then I was just young, stupid, just moving, doing whatever. But it was an appointed time for him to wake me up and bring me into this thing as it was for every brother and sister. So he was always with us. So why would he forsake us and leave us in Jacob's trouble? You got to keep that mindset. Yo, he was with me 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He going to be with me 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I don't change up on him. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be with you. He will not forsake you. You keep calling upon him. Keep keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of your ability. Keep serving him constantly, sincerely, with the right intentions. He's going to be with you. That's a part of the agreement. You have an agreement with him. Exactly. Even in death, he gonna bring you back. Because you what? Let's get that. 1 Thessalonians 4. All right. Let's start at 15. For this we say unto you by the word of Yahweh Shai, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For Yahweh Shai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. He ready to come. I was just watching Elder Apostle Gabar. They live on a Tuesday. And Yahweh Shai, you know, he explained it. Yahweh Shai is anxious, man. He's ready to get down here and get busy. That's why he's coming down with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of power, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So, as the brother stated, even in death, this ain't no physical thing. This ain't no carnal thing. Your lawyer, Yahweh Shai, is that lawyer. He's the mediator. He's in between. He say, bro, I got you. Live or die. I got you. I'm going to get you. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to fight for your case. Live or die. Hey, bro, that made me feel good. Live or die. As long as you remain faithful and remain loyal, I got you, bro. I'm going to get you through this trial. Because that's what we own. We own a trial. Second mount, yeah, perfect. The 7 brothers, kind. You know? So live or die. Yahweh Shai is going to be with us as long as we die in him. We unalive in Hamashiach. He can't break his agreement. His words is not like our words. His thoughts is not like our thoughts. His ways is not like our ways. He ain't going to dip out on us. He ain't going to change on us. He ain't going to flip on us. He ain't going to switch sides on us. Right? 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet Yahushua in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Okay? Let's end it with I'm going to play this dumb video one more time. Because you don't comfort with these guys. They don't got the right type of spirit. Let's be honest.
If you want to become one of our leaders, put 100K donation on the ISUPK, and we'll think about making you a leader. You understand? We'll think about it. Put 100K. All right? We'll think about it. All right, we'll go from there. So they said, well. Somebody said, I'm mixed. I'm done. I'm down. Now, it depends what your father is. So they said, Israel or the others. Look, it ain't about neither one of them is right. The black man is right. Somebody said, you negotiate with the devil then. Yeah, we negotiate. Buddy to your right is the king, Burger King or so, I don't know. So we said, that's pesos, not dollar. Nah, we ain't talking about no pesos. Even if you got pesos, put 100,000 pesos on the ISUPK website donation. Go to ISUPK.com. Put 100,000 pesos and we'll talk. And we'll think about making you an honorary member, a leader too. We'll make you the leader, the king. We'll put the crown on your head and send you in a spaceship into space. You understand? We'll go ahead and give you a whole country and make you the king of the country and give you a crown and a throne with a big castle all around it with a whole bunch of horses too. We're gonna give you a bunch of horses.
I like how you said King Burger King. Hey, you should put the king right. You know, you should put a king.
Yeah,
hey, I respect you for that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping.
If you want to become one of our leaders, put 100K donation on the ISUPK, and we'll think about making you a leader. You understand? If you want to become one of our leaders, put 100K donation on the ISUPK, and we'll think about making you a leader.
All right. Everybody heard it. You heard it several times. It's not a lie. This live is still going on. They're still doing that. They're still in the live right now. I literally got on TikTok and I was like, all right, let me think about a lesson. And I was just scrolling and I saw that live and I was like, all right, what the hell is they talking about? Boom. I heard him say, he said it a couple times before I started recording. I was like, hold up. Did he say that? Did he literally just say what I think he said? All right, let me record this mess. Yeah, man. That's what he said, bro. And yeah, they bugging. They bugging. He said 100K or 100K pesos. His dumb ass don't even know 100K pesos is nowhere near the equivalent of 100K US dollars. All right. Regardless, though, they got a weird ass spirit, man. They are merchandising this truth. Okay. All right. As the brother Abaniah posted earlier, buy the truth, sell it not. And how do you buy the truth? I guess they don't understand the true meaning of how you buy the truth. With time and effort, with dedication, making yourself a living sacrifice. Okay? That's how you buy the truth. You don't buy the truth by literally buying the truth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua does not want money with Edomite faces on it. He wants your time. He wants that sacrifice. Okay? These guys wicked as hell, man. And they always being found out. All right, so at this point in time, man, I'll take any type of questions anybody has. If anybody want to come up and break bread, you know, I got about 30 minutes or to the top of the hour, you know, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But if I don't see no questions or nothing, then, hey, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope this was an edifying lesson. All right, you know, I hope it was some edification that came up out of this. I don't see no questions. Nobody got no type of question. Anything. Where can I find the 7 deadly sins? Okay, that's not actually really like biblical, man. Okay, Saya. That's some Greek mythology shit. Okay, it's many different sins you could do. Every sin is deadly. All right. Let's show you that in the scriptures. Yeah, the brother, that's right. Catholic dogma. Okay? It's like you got you thinking, if I only commit one of these 7 deadly sins, then All right, so let's go to Romans 6:23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of power is eternal life through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach our Lord. So regardless, one simple sin is death. It equates to death. You get what I'm saying? That's period. That's why we in this situation. Because of sin. What did Adam do? Adam sinned. He had to die in that day. That day we're referring to 1,000 years. Because 1,000 years is one day to the Father. Okay? So, yeah, he died within that day. All right? I'm assuming he probably repented and tried to get back right because he lived about 900 and something years, but he's still ultimately unalived. All right? Yeah, exactly. As the brother said, you offend in one, you offend all. So you break one of the laws, you break them all. Now we have been given Yahweh Shai, that sacrificial lamb, that ultimate sacrifice. So therefore now we're in grace. We're not more so, we're not gonna, we're not really gonna be judged as the law. Because under the law, we would all be dead. Understanding that. All right, we have been given grace, which more so is mercy. So keep that in mind. So let's say you go off. You work on the Sabbath. You have to go to work on the Sabbath, whatever it may be. Okay? Hey, it's all good. Hey, Yahweh Ratazah, forgive me, Baba Kashara. I'm in this captivity. He already knows. So I got to do what I got to do. Okay? Keep that in mind, right? He already knows. All right? So you repent. Repenting should be a constant thing. It should be, in a sense, a daily thing, just repenting. All right? Now, that does not mean you should be sinning constantly. No. But you just throwing up repentance because you might have unconsciously committed a sin somehow. Different fabrics, right? Sitting somewhere. You might have to sit on the bus and a lady on her period sat there. You didn't know that. That's a sin. You know what I'm saying? It's unclean. It's things of that nature. So in this wicked, sinful world and in this wicked, sinful flesh, we are constantly in a state of repentance and trying to be correct. All right. So there's no such thing as 7 deadly sins. Okay. My counter question to that is show me some scriptures that say 7 deadly sins. Is none. Now I can show you 613 laws. All right. So any more questions? Any more? And I hope that answered your question, Saya. I hope that answered your question. Okay. The brother said, Zaquan said, Esau media be having people thinking things are in the Bible that's not there. Exactly. Because, yeah, you will hear that. All right, that's great. You will hear that term, 7 deadly sins, and you will be like, oh, greed, lust, what's the other one? Gluttony, all that shit. Okay? It's pride, right? Wrath, The scriptures literally say, in wrath, remember mercy. The Father's going to have wrath. We have wrath. Sometimes we might rebuke an individual like hard. Cuss them out. Things of that nature. But in wrath, you got to remember mercy. So we'll have wrath. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah, I ain't never watch it. A movie with Brad Pitt, I ain't never watch it. Morgan Freeman, yeah, I ain't. I must admit that, missed that one. I missed the anime too. But any more questions? Any more questions? What Mr. AI Music talking about? What's in the box? Oh, that's a movie? What's in the box? Well, I know Mr. AI Music ain't talking about no movies when you always talking about you ain't got no TV in your house. All right, con. So any more questions? Any more questions? Amataza, no, not 10 more minutes. No, I'm done. Any more questions for real, man? Oh, it's an old joke. Wow. All right, y'all got it. All right, so no questions, man. All right, I'm facing the east. Shit. All praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us this truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, not being over righteous, not putting fringes on their cars, not doing all that crazy mess. All right. If somebody else say 6 more minutes, 10 more minutes, I promise you, I will mute you. All right. Kwam Yasharahla and a Baba Ball to this wicked kingdom. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai destroy this bitch soon, man. All right. Shalawam, man. Shalawam.